Okay, so today is January 10th of 2010, and I decided to start doing these video blogs because I feel like, hoo-ha. Basically, a little bit about me. I'm 23 years old, and I live in Charlotte, North Carolina with my husband and my family. I was diagnosed with lupus at the age of 17, and pretty much have been in denial about it for 6 years. However, pretty clear. It's not going away, and it's a real diagnosis. So right now, I am having severe problems with my kidneys. Mostly a lot of fluid retention and awful things that are going on, um, such as fluid retention and just terrible things to the point where I can't fit in my clothes and can't fit in my shoes, and you know I have to walk around in sweats all the time because all my other clothes don't fit, and I refuse to buy much bigger jeans and much bigger clothes because that's just not who I am. It's not my size. It's not me. I'm carrying around like 15 pounds of water weight, and my face, it's looks like I'm storing nuts or something for the winter. It's bad. The damn prednisone. Believe me, my feet are swollen. And I am at my wit's end. So, there you go. I really hope that starting this blog will be able to give me some personal accountability for my actions and for my decisions. And maybe keep me a little bit more encouraged, and that if I know other people are watching or other people are listening, perhaps that will encourage me to take my medication, to take care of myself. One of the biggest problems I have is compliance. I hate medication. Especially prednisone. I mean, look what it does to your face. Not only that, but it makes you bitchy and irritable, so, and hungry all the time. Um, but anyway, it was just a quick introduction just to say hello and give you the reasons why I am putting myself out there like this. I really hope that other people who have lupus nephritis or who have a family member dealing with this awful, terrible disease can gain some insight, or perhaps even share some of their own stories and victories with me. At this point, after 2 months of being this sick, it's very hard, very, very hard to be optimistic and be cheery and peppy. But I'm trying. Okay. So the plan is, I've been reading this book called The Lupus Recovery Diet. And what it says basically is, it's written by this woman who has had lupus for 12 years. And the first part of the book says a lot of stories, are a lot of testimonials, I guess you would say, from people who have had different forms of lupus and different severities of lupus. And what her recommendation is that people with autoimmune deficiencies or autoimmune problems follow a vegan diet, which is not going to be easy, but I'm at that point where I'll try it. So she suggests that you start simply by removing dairy products and anything white. She calls it removing the 4 whites. So flour, salt, sugar. What's the other white? Dairy. So I think that's where I'm going to start. I went on a shopping excursion today and bought a bunch of fruits and vegetables and made my own stock, or soups, and smoothies, and I'm going to buy a juicer and make myself fruit juices, I guess. And also, I got a Wii for Christmas, so I got this Jenny McCarthy Your Shape, which is actually pretty cool. It does come with a camera, and the camera scans your body and lets you know if you're doing it right. So I figured it would be a good start for me to get back into exercise mode. And I'm continuing to take my medications, unfortunately. So I'm on prednisone and high blood pressure medication and antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications, to name a few. I'm on like 2 different kinds of high blood pressure medications. Get boogers. So I'm on my medication, seeing my doctors, but I think that, I'll do this diet. I'm ready. I love food more than anything in the world, but I hate feeling this way. At this point, I don't have a life. I go to work and come home and lay on the couch and then go to bed and then do it again the next day. Anything I love, like, I can't do anything. I'm basically just bedridden all the time, and I'm sick of it. And I am continuing. My kidneys are continuing to mess up to where I'm now at 145 pounds of weight, which is basically a bunch of retained fluid, because the heaviest I've ever been in my life has been 125 pounds, and that's when I've been drinking and catching the Bud Light specials. But other than that, I've never ever in my life been this heavy, and it's a lot of fluid. My skin is basically like Play-Doh. If you touch me, you leave your imprints, and I don't think my arms are that bad, but my legs are. So I'm ready. So we'll see. Tomorrow I'm gonna be having oatmeal and bananas for breakfast, as well as maybe a smoothie, depending if I'm hungry or not. I made vegetable stock soup, which I love veggies, so it'll be fine. And then for dinner, I'm going to make tofu wraps. I like tofu, so I think it'll be fine too. Obviously, no coffee, no alcohol, no soda, water to drink with everything. And I'm going to give it a good run. I'm going to give it a good 2 weeks and see if my symptoms improve until I can see the doctor, because my appointment isn't until the 28th anyway, so I might as well do something in the meantime. The medicine is obviously not working. I feel like shit every day. I look like shit. My poor jeans, I haven't worn them in maybe a month now. I had to go to Target and buy new sweatpants and new sweat clothes because I can't fit in my clothes. So I'm going to do something about it, and see what the kidney doctor says and what the rheumatologist says. But in the meantime, I think I need to take some action, and this is what I'm going to do. So wish me luck. Again, it's the Joy of Lupus is the name of the blog, but the name of the book is The Lupus Recovery Diet. And it seems to make a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense to me. Basically, it says, that your diet is directly linked to your health, and that makes total sense to me. So I will try it, and we shall see.